What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Freshwater Massacre. I'm your host, Ken James, and we are headed to the lake again to do some Thanksgiving fishing fun. I'm so super stoked to be able to have the time to go out to the lake again, and I'm putting the boat in tonight. Everything is ready to go. All of my rods and reels are rigged up, which is super nice. All I have to do is drive to the lake and get in the boat tomorrow and turn the depth finder on. Super excited about it. So come on and enjoy this episode with me as we do some Thanksgiving cold water finesse fishing. Let's go.
Trucks filled up, tailgates down. We're heading on out of this crazy town. Checks in the bank, engines crank. Got the radio blasting that Merlin Hank. Girl in my side, looking so fine. 2 10 legs got me losing my mind. It's gonna be a real good, feel good, hell of a time. No paved roads and 4 wheels. Crackle of the bonfires, clouds of the gun smoke. It's how big country feels. Be a real good, feel good, hell of a time.
All right, guys, we are out here at the lake, and I'm right here at the mouth where I launch. And I figured I would just pitch out a jig and see if there's anything biting over here or right here at the mouth. Well, it ain't no tank, but it's a good way to start the night. Fish number 1. All right, guys, so fish number 2. I was actually trying to put my camera on because my camera had died. Got another nice pretty one sitting right off of this bush. Aren't they pretty fish? And they're hungry too. I'm using this Chompers jig with a trailer, and I've been throwing it right here in this spot, and they've just been, they must be stacked up right here, because that's literally the second fish that I've caught off of that bush right there, and it's not even hitting the bottom, and they're just whacking it. I set my pole down and I saw my line shooting off, so I knew that I had a fish. And I'm just gonna flip over here for a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna hit the bank. During the morning and at night time, it seems like they like to stack up there. And oh, there's a fish. There we go. Come on. You know you want it. There we go. That's a nice one. That's a better fish too. That was number 3. Number 3 right off of that bush. Man, he choked it. I see you, buddy. I see you. That's not the same one. The same one had some red on its lips right there. So that's another fish. Pretty one. They are chomping down. Their lips are bright red. Sorry about that. Their lips are bright red. So they are chomping on the crawfish, trying to get fat for the winter. So that's fish number 3, right off of that bush. There's got to be something down there that they're relating to. I know that there's a lot of brush There's another fish. Oh, wow, it's not very deep here. I forgot my depth finder in the truck, so it was kind of hard for me to tell how deep it is. I was going to shut the camera off, but every time I shut the camera off, I get another fish. So I'm just gonna keep it rolling, and hopefully my battery doesn't die. There's some big stuff jumping out there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try over here. Try right there next to that bush. There's a lot of brush back here. There's actually a beaver dam right behind me. And he kind of flip-flops back between different places, different times of the year. If you watch that video that I posted not long ago, there was actually a beaver swimming, trying to keep tabs on his stuff. So, all right, well, I'm going to give this another cast and let it sink to the bottom. And see if there's anything along that bank over there. I'll tell you what though, I am super... Oh, something just crushed it right there. Did you see that? I hope I got that on camera. There was a fish that was following it. And he hit it at the surface. Oh, something else was crushing it too right there. I was just swimming it along. Not really paying any attention to it. All right, guys, so, oh, you hear that? The geese are coming in. So I literally just pitched to that bank over there. It didn't even hit the bottom and something smacked it. Like I said, I really like this bank. Whatever reason it is that it holds fish, it actually stays pretty consistent throughout the year. So basically I'm just taking this finesse jig and just pitching it right along the weed line, right along the edge of the pads where they're hanging out, and hoping for some nibbles. And occasionally what I'll do is, once I get past a certain length, I'll cast back behind me and run along the bank that I just fished. If there was any fish that were a little bit further out that I might have missed, maybe I can pick them up as I run it across the bottom. Sun is setting, and we'll be down in just a little bit. And we're just going to run along this bank. I don't know how far we'll get. Well, until it's hard for me to see. So that's all I'm doing, is just pitching it and letting it sink to the bottom, watching my line, because yep, there's a fish. Something just smacked it. There's a fish. Man, he choked it. He choked it. I'll tell you what, they love this jig and trailer combination. And what I did yesterday was I put some Spike It Dip and Glow on the bottom of this. So it's in a little bit of murky water. So I'm just kind of letting it float to the bottom on a semi-slack line, like I said, and I'm watching my line for it to shoot out or come back towards me, because that's when they're smacking it. So that's I've only been out here for what, 30 minutes now, and I've already caught 4 fish. There seems to be a pretty good pattern to follow for the winter time. Finesse jigs, and then some shaky heads. But honestly, this is probably what I'll end up throwing 80% of the winter time. If I get out to a bigger lake and they're schooling, I might throw some topwater or a jerkbait. But really, other than that, the jig and the finesse jig and the jig trailer is definitely my go-to for the winter bite. I love fishing with jigs. So let's see if we can, yeah, get right up in there. I know there's big fish in here. I've pulled 6-pounders out of the other side. Yeah, I see ya. I see ya. Oh, that was a nice fish. Fire right back in there. Oh, there we go. Took the lily pad with me. It seems like they're hitting it on the fall. So I'm not really having a lot of time to react. I can't see them being back far into the weeds. But the thing that really would have helped is I was trying to remind myself to grab the depth finder, and I did not grab it. So I'm kind of at the mercy of what I see right now, and not being able to use the depth finder as a guide. So anyways, we're just going to keep running along this bank and seeing if we can't get some more fish to bite. That's a good spot. I've seen a lot of activity on the top of the water. There's some ducks over there, if you see them. So I'm probably only going to give this about maybe 25 more minutes, because it's going to start getting dark soon, and it gets dark quick, and I need to charge the boat so I have it ready for the morning. So I think the other thing that I might attempt to do tomorrow is to put a little bit bigger jig on. The finesse jig is working and it's catching a lot of small fish, but it doesn't seem to be catching any, 2+, which is fine. I'd rather catch some fish than no fish. But this lake, pretty much, you can fish this lake all year long. That's one of the things that I love about living in North Carolina, is that you can fish these lakes all year long, and no matter what time of the year, no matter where you go, pretty much, the fish have to eat. So I don't let the cold stop me from fishing, because they have to eat. So I'm going to give this just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to head in, and we will be ready for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, getting out here early, getting the oysters over here and the chicken. We're going to grill some chicken and grill some oysters, and have a good time spending the holidays with the fam come dinner time. But prior to that, we will be on the lake. You know what I will be doing. So once again, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. There is nothing that I would rather do at the end of a long day than be out on the water and catching fish. So we're going to run along this bank and go about another, 40, 50 yards, and then we're going to bring it in so I can get the boat charged and get everything ready for tomorrow. I got all my rods and stuff pretty much rigged up I got a black shaky head, so I can throw a watermelon trick worm or some other finesse style baits on that shaky head. But if not, then I got the old trusty jig and maybe a little crankbait if I can find some with my depth finder where there's a little school. So, or where they're stacked up. So we'll see what happens. But if I don't catch anything else tonight, thank you for watching Freshwater Massacre, and I'm your host, Kenan James, and we will see you tomorrow. Just had one nibbling on it. Oh well, I thought I was finished, but I figured I'd run a little bit further down this bank since I got some sunlight left and I have time. Do one more cast, and then we're gonna call it a night, y'all. Oh, there's a fish. Can't tell if he had it or not. Yep. Little squeaker. Nothing too crazy. Hold still. Hold still and I'll get that hook out of your mouth. God, these are pretty fish in here, huh? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. See you later, Squirtle. Alright guys, before it gets too much later, thank you again for watching this episode of Freshwater Massacre. Having a little bit of time to get out here on the boat and just have a good conversation with y'all. And watching the beaver smack his tail over there. Psycho. Psycho freaking beaver. Anyways, love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow.
Be a real good, feel good, hell of a time when we're raising hell out past the county lines, out past the county lines. Stars up high, moonlit sky, got the crisp the dew just cranking up. across the county lines. Stars up high, moonlit sky, got the crisp the dew just cranking up.